Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Minecraft Manual. Yes, it is good to be back, although it feels like I haven't been on this one for a while, but it's literally only been a few days. Anyway, we do have some creepy crawlies around because I haven't lit anything up yet, but we'll do that later. But today's episode, we've got some redstone in this chest, as well as some pistons. You can probably guess what we're going to be doing today. We're going to build a farm today, and it's going to be melon and pumpkins first, then we're going to worry about sugarcane after. So these are really easy basic farms we can do. So I will show you a basic way of making this early game like we are, and then I'll show you a more sophisticated way of doing this, which is how we're going to eventually build our farm. First of all, we need to find a place for this farm, and it's probably just going to be next to the iron farm, to be fair. I also wanted to see how many villages we've got down here now, and I forgot about this, but we also set a couple of up on stream as well, so that's good. But we're not even going to touch these guys in today's episode. It is just good that they're breeding at least. I really need a better way up here as well. This is driving me a bit crazy, but oh well. Looks like I'm gonna need some more wood as well, so hopefully my axe will hold up enough so I can chop this tree down. Alright, so we should have enough wood now. Okay, so there's one other resource that we need to get, and that involves going into the nether. You can probably guess what it is, but I've also got a shield. I've taken my elytra off and I've got a chest plate on. Yeah, I have no idea how these guys got here, but anyway, we can see loads of it. Yep. We need some quartz to make some comparators and also observers. One mining session later, and we got 2.5 stacks, or just over, which is not as much as I thought I'd have, to be honest with you, but it's enough to get on with what we need. So we need to grab this redstone and some more wood, cobblestone as well. So let's grab some of that. Cobblestone acquired. So now we should be able to craft some observers. 19, that should be enough for now. Cool. And then pistons, redstone, that's all we need. Oh, and some blocks. Yep, cut sandstone. You'll also want to gather what you want to grow as well. In this case, melons and pumpkins, but you could also use this rough design for sugarcane and other plants as well. You'll also want a water bucket as well. One really basic redstone design to build your melon and pumpkin farm is, let's also grab ourselves a crafting bench as well. So this is our line of dirt, which we are then going to grow our crops on. So in this case, it'll be our melons and pumpkins. So behind this, we will have our water. So I'll just use netherrack for now, but I'll probably use a different block. So behind that we'll have our water, so that gives water to the plants. This is more for sugarcane, and also for a really basic melon and pumpkin farm. We also want some seeds from you, don't we? So let's grab you. We want a hoe as well, so let's just hoe all of this. Then we plant our pumpkin seed there. And then we'll skip a block, and then we'll plant our melon seed there. So this pumpkin has either this block or this block to go to, and this melon has this block or this block to go to. But we can automate this using pistons and redstone. So all we need is a few pistons, literally a piston here and here. Actually, they need to be there and there even. So these are going to push the grown melon and pumpkins, and also there as well. And then we need to power it. So how we power it is we use this observer. The observer will basically detect, it needs to be the other way. So this observer will basically detect if this melon and pumpkin is growing, and when it grows, it will give off a redstone signal from this face, and it will power these two pistons. So all we need is a block behind it, and then redstone in the middle like this of these. And then if I've got some bone meal now, so if we bone meal these, you can see that powers these pistons, and the same on this side. If I can get the bone meal on the hitbox, I really hate these things like that. Yeah, there we go. And you can see that that also gave me a pumpkin as well. So this is the basic redstone on how you would make a melon and pumpkin farm, but we're going to make something a little different. This is how we're going to be a little different, because we're going to have our observer facing like that. So it's still going to observe if this grows and give a signal. But because we don't have sticky pistons, we're going to have a piston there, so when it grows it can splat it, and a piston there so that it's on all sides essentially. So these are areas where the melons and pumpkins can grow. So now the redstone, it's pretty easy to be honest with you. All we need is redstone dust on the observer, so let's do that, and then a block onto the pistons, there and there, and then when this grows these pistons should activate. So let's just try that. Oh, can I get that? Yeah, nice, it works. Awesome. So obviously I'm going to change these blocks out, and then for every stalk we have ourselves an observer like that. So luckily we can place them on top of the seed quite easily, and then in these gaps we'll have a piston, and just like that we have a functional farm. Well, it would be, we just need to make the collection system, and ideally I would like to cover this gap with glass, but I don't have any at the moment, but this is working nicely. You can also make this bigger as well. I'm not going to, this is a big enough size for what I need for now. I will eventually most likely be making a bigger melon and pumpkin farm at some point, but for now, I mean, I could make this a little more. How many? I've got 5 more. Like, how many would I need? 1, 2. Yeah, no, I don't have enough comparators for this, so I'm not going to worry about it. Anyway, we can see that all of these pistons are firing, so that's good. You can't turn this farm off as well, so that's a kind of a bit of an annoyance thing depending on your lag situation, but I should be fine. So for the collection system, we want to dig at least 2 blocks down from where we've got our plants growing. So now you want to place a row of blocks underneath your dirt. Also, another thing for the water in the middle is if we can get our bucket, we can get ourselves a stairs or slab, put that like so, and then we can waterlog that stairs or slab, and then it shouldn't come out the bottom. It will this time because I've got that stairs upside down, but you can orientate it so that it shouldn't do that. So let's actually do that quickly. Alright, so that's the stairs facing that way, and then we can waterlog it, and then underneath we shouldn't have any water. For the collection system, we're just going to use basic rails. At this point it shouldn't be too hard to find, so we're going to place one facing this block here. It does need to be a solid block for this, that way, and then we're going to dig underneath it because we also want to power this as well. So we're basically just going to get underneath here. Hopefully we can do this easily enough, and place ourselves a lever right underneath where we've placed our block, and that should be powered. It is. Now I need to figure out how to get out, so I'll just break these, I guess. Then we get underneath there again. I've got an elytra, so we just need to fly underneath, but you could also use door frames. And then we need to connect these, like basically going all the way around underneath and in an S position like this. So place a powered rail there. We also want to be powering it, so let's just dig ourselves underneath, place ourselves a lever underneath that block. So we just want to continue this around to here. I'm also going to need a comparator and a repeater for this, which involves getting stone. I don't have silk touch, so we're going to have to smelt some cobblestone. That produces stone. We'll also need some redstone torches. We take our redstone torches, nether quartz, and stone, and that produces a comparator. I think we'll only need one, but I'll make a couple just in case. If I can, that is. Yeah, I should be able to soon enough. And also I'll need a couple of repeaters as well, so that's just redstone torch, and stone as well. So this should be all I need for now. I'll also need some more hoppers. Alright, so let's go down here, break this block and make that into a hopper. We also want that going into a chest. Place that there. Right, cool. Now we want redstone rail on top of that repeater. We then want, so we have our comparator facing outwards to where the hopper is. Then we want ourselves a full block like so. Then here we want ourselves a redstone torch, so we'll place a full block there, then a redstone torch there. This will carry the signal up to this block. Then from this block we want ourselves a repeater. I think that needs to be on 2 ticks, not 100% sure, I actually can't remember exactly. Like so, and then full block like that, and that will power this rail here. So if there's any items in this hopper, that will stay unpowered, and then as soon as they're all into this chest, that should power, like so. So now all we need is to get some sleep first. Sleeping achieved. So now all we need is minecart and hopper. So let's grab one of them, and we place this on our rail tracks underneath here, and that will just keep swinging backwards and forwards, collecting whatever's underneath here. I should also probably have some kind of outline items just spurt out. So for now I think we are just gonna use whatever block we have, probably cut sandstone by the looks of it, just to go around it. Alright, torch place now. So that should be enough light as well, and yeah, as we've seen, we're getting melons and pumpkins. Nice. Awesome. So now we can just let that run in the background. We can get rid of this, and we should probably build something around it at some point. But for now, I think I can call that an episode. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Mighty High. If you like this video, then please click the like button. And if you really liked it, then click the subscribe button and ding that bell for further uploads. I've been Mighty High. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.